Hi, I'm Jeremiah Eischen with Denfeld Orchards, and I've been farming my whole life since I was out of high school, and we are farming hazelnuts here. This orchard out here in Hillsboro, Oregon is a Jefferson orchard. The spacing is 20 feet by 15 feet, and this is kind of a good spacing for Jefferson variety. They're more of a upgrowing tree that likes to have a lot of sunlight, and so we find that the 15 by 20 spacing does really well for the Jefferson variety. So this is another Jefferson orchard that we have here, and you'll see some younger Jeffersons mixed in with some older Jeffersons, and the reason why is this spot right here all kind of is very wet, and so we had to do some additional tiling, and there's a disease called Phytophthora, which is a root rot, which pretty much the roots under the ground get completely rotted by the wet ground, the wet water. And so hazelnuts do not like the term called wet feet. They don't want to be in water. They want to have nice dry soil. So tiling is where you have perforated pipe. So it's basically like pipe that you put in the ground that has small little holes that allows the water to get into the pipe and get away from the soil and move off to another parts or to a drain. So this right here is a tractor and our hazelnut harvester. So this is what we use to harvest the hazelnuts off the ground. So hazelnuts, the way they're harvested is they naturally fall from about 6 to 8 weeks. If you get a big wind, they'll fall pretty fast. And this is the machine that we use to harvest them. So over here is our sweeper, we call it. So this is our hazelnut sweeper. So what this does is it takes all the nuts on the ground and it sweeps them up into this nice little row we call the windrow. And that right there is so we can pick the hazelnuts with the harvester that you just learned about. So if you want to jump on with me, we're going to take you for a little ride on the sweeper. We're going to go sweep some hazelnuts. So we have two pieces to this machine. We have the front header, which is the part that sweeps the nuts into a windrow that you learned earlier. And then the front part of this is a fan in which blows the nuts that are in the row, in the middle of the row that you can't get to, onto the other row so you can sweep it. So we're going to do a little practice here. You've gone with us to the hazelnut orchard, you've gone with us to see the harvesting, and now this is the finished product or the value-added product. And so this right here is our roasted hazelnuts. So after we shell them, we take them out of the shell, we roast them. There's different ways of doing it. You can do roasted with a little bit of salt or just a dry roast. And then we also make a product called hazelnut oil, so where we smash the hazelnuts and it creates an oil. And it's something that we really enjoy using on, actually, vanilla ice cream. It's really good. Just pouring a little bit on vanilla ice cream. Also on like salmon and stuff. Different fun ways we're dipping bread in it. But these other ones are just really good snacks just to eat throughout the day. So what am I most grateful for is probably, you know, I've been farming since I was a little kid with my grandfather and family, and just the opportunity to learn how to work really hard, have problems that you have to figure out solutions for, and learning how to make the best of what you have at the time. If I was to be honest, probably my favorite subject in school would be PE. But from an academic standpoint, definitely math is something I always enjoyed. You know, here farming, you're always using math and like story problems. So this orchard is a 20 by 10 spacing, and there are 218 trees per acre. And if you break that down to how many square feet there are in an acre is 43,560. So you're always using math. You're always trying to figure out what you can do. If you change the spacing, how many trees can you fit per acre? So there's always math that is used in farming, and it's something that I enjoy math, but it's also a challenge too. And so I've learned over the years that it's always good to just ask people questions. Someone's already probably done it. I have my cousin is a math teacher, so I always ask him when I get stumped on things. So it's always okay to kind of ask a friend or ask somebody you know, and that's been the biggest thing that I've learned being a farmer, is that it's okay to ask someone when you don't know the answer.